Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Kay Kays and her amazing story.
Okay, I hope I can get through this. It's so wonderful to look out and see all the warm and friendly faces that have come out this evening to support the Sina Magowitz Foundation pancreatic cancer community. As I look into your faces, I reflect the journeys we've each had to make and the choices we have made. Sometimes you get to make the choices in life, and sometimes they make you. My 30-year with pancreatic cancer, one could say, has directed my life and guided my choices. It is so surreal for me to be introduced as a 30-year pancreatic cancer survivor. Never would I have imagined that when I first heard you have pancreatic cancer at the age of 44. I'm no one special, and I don't wear a cape. I'm just a Pennsylvania gal who grew up simple and grateful. I thank God daily for the strength to fight and embrace my everyday with blessings of my family, medical specialists, and mindset that I have received. It's one day at a time. Cross each bridge as you come to it. Don't stress over the small stuff, and learn patience with a capital P. I'm trying, Dr. P. My big message tonight is hope. Having options to pursue excellence. It is best not to look back with regret, but forward with hope. This hope comes from every one of you sitting here tonight, supporting pancreatic cancer in your own way. Thank you so much. When my first oncologist said, if I were you, I would find an iceberg and just push out, I knew I was going to fight hard and fight back. With no impactful options, surgery was a primary choice for me, and when I did qualify for and was successful, no chemo, no radiation, because there wasn't any. 5 years after the Whipple procedure, the cancer returned to the pancreas, and I had my pancreas and spleen removed. 3 months later, I was diagnosed with an inoperative lymph node case, which after several years of persistence became operative. Thank you, Dr. Evans. After several years, 12 years, I had the removal of my lower right lung removed. What a roller coaster we ride in this journey. Self-care and being patient active, I feel, are priorities in fighting pancreatic cancer. I was so fortunate to be caught early and have continued with annual follow-ups through the years. With the initial diagnosis of 4 to 6 months to live, I needed a focus other than cancer. Of course, family and friends were a priority. With this wake-up call to life, I thought of things I had not accomplished and always hoped to do. Learning sign language was one of them. So after my Whipple surgery, I returned to work, and with a community college close, I was able to enroll for my sign language class at lunchtime thanks to a supportive boss. This evolved into teaching sign language classes to children with cancer as a counselor at Camp Sunrise, and later enabled me as a patient research reviewer to read grant reviews at St. Baldrick's Children's Foundation. I was living, not dying, with this cancer. There are 2 questions that I'm most often asked. How do you live without a pancreas? Well, your pancreas helps digest your food and gives you insulin. I take prescription enzymes, and I wear an insulin pump, which is programmed to act as my pancreas. The other question is, how can you continue to get pancreatic cancer when you have no pancreas? Well, being the simple person I am, it's like making chicken soup. You can take the chicken out, but you still have the broth. That's what keeps our researchers very busy. I thought I was a pretty strong woman, but this relentless cancer and its named public awareness took me a place I didn't want to be. I joined a weekly all-cancer support group at the Wellness Community of Arizona during treatment. I had to be told it was okay for me to question my health care, to ask questions, and get educated to be part of my healthcare team. In 2003, then, I initiated the first pancreatic cancer support group in Arizona. I learned we do so much to heal our bodies that we forget our minds need healing too. The creation of pancreatic cancer support for survivorship with the Sina Magowitz Foundation virtual support groups are so critical. Research has shown that depression has a strong correlation with overall survival. As many times I've mentioned, it took me 5 years to find my first pancreatic cancer survivor. I had so many questions. When I did find him, he told me later, he says, "I thought you were a stalker." Every time I turned around, there you were, asking another question. After first taking care of myself for 8 years, Roger's phrase, "If not me, then who?" enticed me. I had volunteered for a lot of pancreatic cancer events and shared my story with many, but there were still too few survivors. I stepped out of my comfort zone and became a pancreatic research advocate. My passion for more survivors has allowed me to focus and force crucial issues for patients in the research arena as a local, national, and international grant reviewer. I forgot it. A special thank you to the Sina Magowitz Foundation, who nominated me to the AACR Cancer Today magazine as a cover story, and it was accepted. You can read about the entire pancreatic research journey in the magazine, which mysteriously has appeared everywhere. I have seen a lot of good chasins for patient benefit in the last 20 years of patient advocacy. Supportive care has changed for more impact and benefit for patients. In that way, I'm saying we're not only looked at for our cancer, but our whole body. Pancreatic cancer has accelerated dramatically, showing for more much-needed research. When I was diagnosed, the survival rate was 3.7. It has gone to 13, and I love hearing going to 30. We have also found for patients, research shows that onset of diabetes has been identified to occur in 30% of pancreatic cancer patients, and that is a great story for us in the diabetes family. We have a stronger stand on our pancreatic clinical trials. Clinical trials should not be a last resort. I would be up here for a full hour if I kept on that title. Targeted therapies for personalized medicine, recognizing that we are all different. Patients are being recognized as partners in their health care. There have been organizations organized as Ask a Patient, patients as partners. My favorite, after 30 years, that pancreatic cancer can possibly be made a chronic disease. There are more options than I did in 1994, but our research still has a mountain to climb. And having engaged with these smart, innovative, committed, and caring research, I can smile and literally beg you to support their research so patients can fight hard and fight back. I am proud to represent the Sina Magowitz Foundation as a patient research advocate in the Department of Defense Pancreatic Cancer Research Program, the NCI Pancreas Task Force, the American Society in Clinical Research, and the Early Diagnosis Initiative dealing with diabetes on the safety and daily monitoring, because pancreatic cancer patients want to live. At this time, I have a personal request, a shout out for someone being a light at the end of the tunnel, this 30-year survivor. He has been part of my medical team for over 20 years, and from the sidelines, supported me, mentored me, and befriended me through my patient advocacy research climb to the best that I could be. He is my hero, and I proudly acknowledge tonight his many commitments to me and the pancreatic community. Please help me giving a cheer of appreciation for Dr. Daniel Von Hoff. Okay, I am celebrating 30 years, which you know, but we have many survivors in this audience that are also celebrating anniversaries. So, as I call out the years, the survivors, would you please stand? Please hold your applause till the end so we can give them all a robust appreciation. So, 1 to 5 years. Where are my newbies? Woo! Look at that! 5 to 10 years. All right. Oh, God, this is so... 10 to 15 years. All right. 15 to 20. We have them. We have them. 20 to 25. Woo! 25 to 30. Where's Maris? There's a couple of them out here. This is what you have done. Thank you. I present to you the Sina Magowitz Foundation Pancreatic Cancer Survivors for 2024. We want to live. Thank you.